So two good friends, but it's all business on the table. It's first to 6 to reach the final of the Shanghai Masters. So Judd Trump has arrived in the semi-finals having won 4 matches by way of whitewash, and if you add the 3 frames that he won from 2 each with Joe Swale in the qualifier, that's 23 frames in a row in this tournament that he's won. Quite incredible. And it's not like he's been playing people who can't play the game. It was Luca Brissell yesterday that he beat. Meanwhile, Jack Lisowski, big day for him, Joe. First ever semi-final.
Yes, absolutely. We've been waiting for Jack Lisowski for quite a while, and it seems that he's getting his game together. Still attacking. I remember the last time these two played in the English Open, and Jack Lisowski went for nearly everything, and Judd Trump did the same. It was like an exhibition match. Of course it wasn't, but a lot more money involved in this tournament, and big ranking points. Could be life-changing for Jack Lisowski. So a little tempter here for Trump. Well, that's a great shot, and look where he played the cue ball to. Just a little too far, although I'm sure he'll take the black on. But he played the cue ball into a place where he wasn't leaving anything on, had he missed the red. And this is a tough shot, but not scared of taking them on, Judd Trump. But that didn't work out, wasn't hard enough. And an early chance now for Jack Lisowski.
Yes, he's guaranteed financially 32,000 for reaching this stage. Last season, he earned just under 29,000 the whole season, Lisowski, as Trump ponders that black. So already, financially, it's looking good for him. And of course, if he reaches the final, he's guaranteed 75,000.
Well, he's thinking of playing the plant, but he's got to get this with the red over the middle.
Not going to see much turned down today, I don't think, with these two both very attacking, attractive players to watch. He won't fear Trump either. He knows him well. He's beaten him. The thing for Lisowski today, I think, is the occasion. Obviously, it's a big deal for him, first semi-final. We'll get used to that.
9. $16. $17.
Yeah, I wanted to have a better angle on the black, but he's done well
24.
to get good position on the red with all that side on the cue ball. Needs to leave an angle on the black
25.
to be able to open the reds up. And where he's left the cue ball, he may have to play it with a touch of left-hand side. Didn't catch the reds thick enough.
32.
No, and for all the attacking snooker that we'll see today, the safety is going to be important as well, particularly, I think, for Lisowski. It's a side of Trump's game that's really improved.
Yes, I agree with you. It's the safety that's improved, but also the patience. He's developed good patience, Judd Trump.
Jack Lisowski, 32.
This is the view that Trump has.
Yes, and not very inviting. No easy path back towards baulk. Just red by the middle pocket. There's a chance of the double kiss. Got a good speed on the cue ball though. Yes, and again, very attacking, but very dangerous. And he's left the whole game on here for Trump. It's a best of 11 now. But what a great chance.
He did say when the Shanghai Masters dropped off the calendar, Judd Trump tweeted that he was really disappointed because he said it's his favourite tournament. I think what he actually meant was his favourite part of the world to come and play. Shanghai is a great city. Been in 2 finals. Neither were great experiences for him, actually, because Trump lost from 7-2 up to John Higgins in 2012, and then also 10-9 to Karen Wilson 2 years ago. But there's obviously something about the grand stage that he enjoys in terms of his snooker, and not lost a frame all week. And there's a chance here to win this one.
11. $12. $17. 18. $23. 24. 31.
Would have liked to have been nicer on this red, knowing full well it was always on the red to the left corner.
32.
Didn't really want to push that red closer to the cushion though.
$37. $38.
Trump is this season's leading century break maker with 30 already to his name.
44.
One more than Ronnie O'Sullivan.
45.
Again, could have done with a little bit of an angle on this black to stun across for those 2 reds. Not sure if he's got the angle. Not quite where he wanted it. If it passes the blue, it's not too bad. If it's to the middle, It's tough. And from such an easy red, the previous red, to finish straightish on the black wasn't a good positional shot. Well, I'm thinking of playing the safety, but I think he's got to take the red onto the middle. Obviously it doesn't go to the corner, otherwise he would have played it by now. No, doesn't go to the corner. It's very dangerous to take it onto the middle, but he's such a good potter. And he could play the cue ball so he doesn't leave the red down the cushion. But he obviously didn't like it.
52.
But that's a good place to play the cue ball. Now, is this red going to keep running? Yes, it was cuttable. Didn't know what was happening to the cue ball, but he'll settle for that. Now, it's Lisowski who's got a great chance. Now, will he switch to right-handed? Because he can play right-handed as well. Can. He is. But not quite as good as Trump, and that could be a changing point in this match.
Lisowski looking to settle down in his first major semi-final, win the first frame. He had a great chance there, really good chance. Missed the red right-handed. And Trump is surely going to take the frame now.
Has he got any side on it? Well, he obviously didn't like the positional shot from blue to yellow.
Still needs the green.
And the yellow's tough. Play it with screw and check.
Eight.
And again, this isn't easy. But that's all he needed.
11.
Yes, he could give the pot his full attention. So, as you could see, 2 snookers required. What a great chance Jack Lisowski had, though.
Shot Trump 11.
It's a new cloth on this table, down to one table situation now. And doesn't look to be playing as fast as the earlier cloth.
Well, Lisowski's got to try and just get over the disappointment of failing to win this frame. It's, as Joe says, a longer match, 1st to 6. We've seen already there's not going to be much turned down today between these two. They both like to attack. But it wasn't... well, he missed it right-handed. He's a natural left-hander, Lisowski.
9.
And as I say, he's got to move on from that. Judd Trump, meanwhile, has now won 24 frames in a row in this tournament.
15 and the frame. Judd Trump.
He wins the opening frame of the semi-final to lead Jack Lisowski 1-0.
Thank you. The second frame. Jack Lisowski to break.
Jack Lisowski then to get frame 2 underway. Trump has won the first, and that red is heading south, which is not what Jack wants to see.
Unless he can cover it, which I think he has done. Well, that was quite a long way short.
Jack Lisowski 4.
I don't think it will be going back.
Well, I think, as you said, this table does seem slower now they've reclothed it than it was yesterday. In the end, no damage done. It's strange, I think, for Trump in a way, this match, because he's used to putting the fear into players with his attacking game. But if anything, Lisowski is even more attacking.
Thank you.
It's good to see, though, that Lisowski's found some consistency at last this season, because it's been a little erratic over the last few years. Been waiting for him to make a big breakthrough.
Well, one thing when you're playing the safety, never play the red towards the pocket. It's come far enough away from the pocket to be difficult. Could have skimmed off the reds and left that red in the middle of the table to give Trump some problems.
It's Olivia Martil, the referee, just checking the line there in case he needs to replace anything. And indeed, seeing if he can see a red full.
Played the 2 cushion escape.
Foul and a miss. Jack Lisowski 4.
So we saw Olivia checking where everything was, and he's now pressed into action. Very calm referee. He works as a nurse in what we might call the real world, which is, I suspect, more stressful.
We can't see from here if you can see a red full ball.
Not full ball, you can steer. Okay, check.
Caught it just a little bit too thick. And a chance for Jack Lisowski.
Yes, he overcompensated there, Trump.
Well, I expect him to go into that pack of reds here. Could play for the loose one. Now, is he on one? Is he on one?
6.
If he isn't, he's been very unfortunate. Well, it could have been easier, but that's a good pot.
7.
And nicely on the brown.
Talk about Trump's all the whitewashes he's had. It's been rather the opposite for Lisowski. A couple of 5-4s, including against Mark Allen, who had 3 centuries in that match. Still lost 5-4 in the last 16. But he was saying that Lisowski, the round before against Chow Yu-peng, he was in control and Chow fought back. He said one of the issues was he hadn't eaten because his body clock was kind of all over the place and all the energy went from him. He had to like grab something between frames, literally, a banana or something. That seemed to revive him in that match.
Well, again, that wasn't a good positional shot from Jack. Overscrewing it would have been more beneficial. He might just be able to get to this red. And the wrong side of the blue, which is going to make the next red more difficult. And could have done with being a straight on this red, so it could play through
70.
for the black into the left corner. I'm not sure if he's straight enough to play that shot. Delicate little shot that. Did well to hold it. This isn't straightforward. Played it well. Now can he put that last frame out of his mind?
25.
He knows he should have been 1-0 up. If the pink goes to the right corner, maybe worthwhile playing for that. Get the pink away from the black. I'm just going to be careful. If he screws back onto the black, he doesn't want the pink to go into the black spot. And I think the spot's still held, So pink will go down to the green.
32.
And now when he takes this red, black is totally free into both pockets.
33.
Needs to get the right side of the blue, which he's just about done. So this is now a really good chance for Lisowski. But again, he could have done with just dropping through a little further. Now, is he going to switch to right-handed again? Yep, he is. And this time he plays it well. But that added extra little bit of concentration into the shot. And that wasn't easy. That's a terrible shot. I'd be disappointed with that one.
Well, it's a classic case there. You've got to give the supposedly easy shots the same amount of care as the ones that are not so easy. He wasn't missing the pot, it was the previous shot to leave himself that pot.
Yes, it was the black. Overscrewed the black, and it's so easy to do with a bit of adrenaline and these super fine cloths. So easy to get hold of the cue ball too much. Like David was saying, you've got to keep your concentration. You know these things.
6.
He'd done all the hard work. He cleared the black spot area. He was nicely in. But it's so easy in this sport for something to suddenly go wrong, and it has done for Lisowski.
Yeah, so now he's got to hope that trump doesn't clear up and win.
$14. 15.
Well, he's underscrewed it. This time needed to be a little bit harder. But fortunately, he had the perfect angle to knock the red out. And things are hotting up there for Jack.
23.
Just about got the angle to go into them if this red, the back of the pack, doesn't go. Looks like it goes though, and that opens all the other reds.
28.
He's just gone favourite in this frame.
$36. 37. $42. 43. 50.
The only problem could be the green that's not on its spot.
51.
But even that's not a problem, really. Needs the blue.
56. 58.
Well, we were saying Lisowski would have to put out of his mind what happened in the first frame, but I think it's even worse in this one, really.
Well, this is interesting. He's not playing this one right-handed. He's got the rest out.
Thank you.
Because it was such an important part of the frame.
61.
A bit like Lisowski's red in the last frame. But he can play the game better right-handed. And still took the rest out. That's the
65.
blue needed. Oh, we screwed it a little, but it shouldn't be a problem.
Who's going to win a frame against Judd Trump in this tournament? No one has so far this week. And this one's gone to the Bristolian as well. So it's 25 in a row in the tournament. It's including, as I say, the 3-1 from 2-2 with Joe Swale back in the UK in the qualifier.
Judd Trump, 70.
Well, it's one snooker. Otherwise, it's 2-0.
Well, tried to play the cue ball onto the angle. Has he got it? Has he got it? Didn't panic.
Crafty shot from Jack Lisowski. As is this. Wanted to be closer to the black, I guess.
Yeah, I could have done with the cue ball being closer to the black, but there is round. There is room round this pink. Full ball.
Thank you.
There's another one. And again, the cue ball could have done with being closer. This is easy enough to hit, but we saw Ronnie O'Sullivan miss one similar yesterday. Well, he had the line. It's not the strength.
So Trump can put it away here. Still yet to lose a frame in Shanghai this week. He could have lost the first two. Lisowski had two good chances, but it's Judd Trump leading 2-0. Judd Trump has made a good start here, 2-0. Could have lost the first two frames, but has extended his run to 25 in a row in the tournament.
Thank you. The third frame.
Been a
Judd
man
Trump
on a
to break.
mission, really. Last week in Coventry, he was beaten in under an hour by Luca Brissell, 4-0. But there's no time these days on the circuit to dwell on disappointments like that. Just get on the plane, get to the next event, and do your best. And that's what he's done this week.
Well, he certainly got his revenge, didn't he, yesterday? Beat Luca Brissell 5-0.
Of course, next week it's over to Northern Ireland for the Northern Irish Open, live on Eurosport from Monday. Tickets are still available at the Waterfront Hall. Ronnie O'Sullivan looks to win the second leg of the home nations.
That's an excellent return. Found the right line of the shot and the speed. Well, he can pop the red to the right corner, but doesn't look to be any good to him. No path back out. One of the colours. So maybe a thin safety from this red closest to the left corner. Important to catch these just right. Well, he's playing off the reds. And that's okay. Could have sent a red towards that right corner pocket. That's pretty good safety. Black tied up for the moment, but maybe a chance of bringing it back into play here. Just caught it a little bit too thin, but a handy kiss. Well, there may be a red that goes to this left corner. Could try and get the cue ball in behind the yellow at the same time, but he's looking at the more straighter pot, and this is a lot more risky. Well, it's a good pot, but he's not ideal on the black. Oh, this is tough. Yeah, that was very tough.
Lisowski 1.
Wow, a let off. And maybe a red onto the middle.
You just see from Trump's reaction, he fully expected to pot that.
Well, hasn't left an easy red on Lisowski, but I'm sure that Jack's delighted to be back at the table.
One interesting thing about the head-to-head, although it's 4-3 to Lisowski, all three of Trump's wins were comfortable. Two were whitewashes, one was 4-1, and all of Lisowski's wins have been close, two of them in deciders.
a super attacking shot, but if they don't go in, you can lose the frames. And the frames mount very quickly, and you lose matches.
Well, he wasn't punished the previous miss, but Trump is in here, looking to do some damage.
One. Six. Seven. Twelve. Thirteen.
Well, could have done with that cue ball just being a little harder.
20.
Should be able to go down for the blue.
$21.
You'd like to be on that red to the right of the black.
$26.
Well, he is on it, but taking this other red first.
27. $33. $34.
Well, that didn't go according to plan, but he's got the angle on the black to go into them, or play a little cannon to the red above and to the left of the black. The second red, if you can. And that worked out very nicely.
41. $42.
Well, the cannon to the red wasn't as thick as what he thought. So this is a tester. And too high. So a chance for Lisowski to steal. And I'd suggest taking the higher red first rather than the lower red. Because if he misses the lower red, he leaves the other red on.
One.
But it's gone in.
Really needs to focus hard on every shot here, however easy they seem. Well,
that's a terrible shot, really. Thought he would have played for the red to the middle, being guaranteed to be on it. Now he's got to play a really tough shot to the middle.
9.
Good pot. Good pot. Now, Keep that cue ball under control.
Yeah, because it could easily have been 3-0. This is a chance I'm sure he wasn't really expecting to get.
$16. 17.
Well, again, that could have been better. May have to play the cannon now to the Reds. Could have done without that. It's okay, he's on a red to the middle.
24.
It's lovely to see Jack doing so well. When he was 16, he was diagnosed with Hodgkin's lymphoma, which is a form of cancer. Must have been a very traumatic experience for a young lad, but he's come through that. And this is one of the biggest matches he's ever played. Make no mistake, first major semi-final.
He's under-hit it again. Just a little bit of tension, maybe.
32.
Another good recovery, although not the right side of the blue. It should be okay.
Yes, if you can just get a frame on the board, then
38.
it's got to help settle the nerves, which are inevitable. As I say, one of the biggest matches he's ever played. Of course, there's going to be tension there, particularly as he's missed a couple of chances already.
39.
Well, this is still not straightforward. If you could play for the pink or brown here,
46.
makes it easier to get the correct position on the yellow to get to the green. And that's the way you should be thinking. How to get onto the yellow to get to the green, because it's not straightforward. Well, looks like he may have to play for the blue. Would have liked to have played for the pink or brown. Cue ball looks to be hitting that middle pocket knuckle. So had to play for the blue, really. Now he's got to be accurate with his position here to be able to get from yellow to green. Got to finish just off straight. And that's not far enough. Now he's probably going to have to play the cannon. And this could go wrong. 2 or 3 inches harder, and he would have been perfect, just a stunning behind the green. Well, that's worked out very nicely. In fact, that's turned out better than it would have been straight on the yellow.
Green and brown to put the frame safe.
And rightfully so, just taking a breath.
57.
Well, he's done well here. There were a couple of moments where it looked like it might go wrong, but he's held himself together nicely. This has got to do Jack Lisowski the world of good.
66.
So hold the back page. Judd Trump has lost a frame in Shanghai. It's taken until the semi-finals for it to happen.
72.
Yes, terrific clearance that of 79 from Jack Lisowski. Judd Trump leads by 2 frames to 1. 2-1 to Judd Trump. Could have been 3-0, but Lisowski made a fine 79 clearance. So Judd Trump, at long last, has lost a frame here in Shanghai. Remember, there were 4-5-0s. And then, of course, led 2-0. This is then the last frame before the interval. A good break from Lisowski. He was up against it. He could have won each of the first 2 frames.
Thank
A
you.
couple of times it could have gone wrong there in
Jack
frame
Lisowski
3,
to
but
break.
he held himself together well as he breaks off in frame 4.
Again, he could take this long red on, but he could also bring the black into play. Oh, well, he did both. And very unfortunate. The red so nearly dropped in. Looking at a possible plant to the right corner. The long straightish red is a little too risky, and even if you potted it with the black to follow, the black would be tied up. That's a mistake. We can only hope that he's hampered him. I think he has. A little fortunate. Well, that was tough.
1.
But a good kiss on the red. Leaves him nicely on the blue. Ideally, if he could play down for that red by the black spot, but I've got a feeling he'll play for the red next to the pink.
Six. Seven.
Oh, well, I didn't think that was in. Well, the wrong side of the blue. So good that, so bad it's good. Oh, didn't take enough care with that shot.
Jack Lisowski 7.
He could have played down for that red by the black spot there. He had the position on the blue to play that shot. Well,
1.
raises his hand, but that won't make Jack Lisowski feel any better. What a fluke.
Yes, very lucky, but if Lisowski had potted the blue, he wouldn't have had the chance to fluke it.
Quite right.
Of course, it's easy to sit here and say that. I'm sure Jack wasn't happy to see that fly in, but he'll be more annoyed with his own miss, I'm sure.
Well, he's
6.
got away with only costing him 6. So, not a disaster for Jack
Judd
Lisowski.
Trump 6.
And he may have left a red there. Now, is this potable?
1.
Oh, careless from Judd Trump to have left that red on. And now will we see another right-handed shot? Yep, switch to right-handed for this red by the black spot. Oh, look at that for a shot. Look at that for a shot.
4.
Yes, it reminds me of the old line, I'd give my right arm to be ambidextrous.
5.
He's such a talent, isn't he? I think it's great to watch, but sometimes just a bit frustrating when you consider all the talent and then just one sort of careless shot can spoil things.
Needs side on it. And not enough.
12.
It was an easy red, that red by the black spot that he just potted. And to leave himself absolutely straight on the black was a poor positional shot. Just didn't think about the shot after the red. Needed to be the correct side of the black to be able to get to the next reds. And just didn't think about it enough. Good safety from Trump. Just caught it a little bit too thin, too hard, and a chance for Trump.
One.
And that's landed just about right on the yellow to be able to play for any of those reds. But at the moment, all seem to be covering one another. There's one in the middle of the cluster that will go.
3. 4.
And he was looking for a kinder kiss to leave this black a little bit easier than this. The blue looks to be an easier ball than the black. And that's not easy either. Giving everything consideration. Looking at the safety, looking at the blue, looked at the black. Back to the safety.
Yes, as I said earlier, it's a bit different for Trump this match. Normally, his style of play can really frighten opponents with his attacking game, but playing someone who's got that same game.
Yellow ball.
And as I said, Lisowski, if anything, is more attacking.
Judd Trump 4.
Well, he's left a little tempter here to the left corner. And again, it's very dangerous to take on. But if he can't see a safety, we have no alternative but to play it. Well, you can see this red just past the pink. And that's a good safety. No easy path back to baulk from there. Well, if you can't think of a way out, try and pot your way out of it. But it hasn't worked out, so a chance for Lisowski.
A few breaths are needed here. This is an opportunity to possibly make it 2-2.
1.
Well, that's worked out very nicely. I had no idea what was going to happen to the cue ball when he sent it into the reds. But he wouldn't have that one back. 3 reds are tied up, but he's 16 points in front.
7. 8.
Well, pot these 3 loose reds. The yellow's safe. And then see about developing the reds. At that stage, you'd probably only need one of them.
15. 16.
Out of his hands.
$22. 23.
Well, he's got the angle to go into these 3 reds. And may as well do it. And when they expect him to be attacking, he doesn't play it. Now, will he get an angle on the colour
28.
to disturb the reds from this last red? Last loose red.
$29.
Well, if he can't get to the reds, I'd say push the green to the cushion
Green ball.
and leave his opponent snookered. Full ball.
Jack Lisowski
A
29.
little hard on the green. He'd like to have seen it on the cushion. $38 the difference, so a red and a large colour will leave Trump needing snookers. Can he get this red to the corner? This red and the black, or pink, would be enough. Got to be careful of the plant, though. Yeah, he's had a look at it, so doesn't want to send the cue ball past those reds. Well, the red's gone in, so it doesn't matter. But I couldn't have played it that way, just in case I'd have missed the red.
Well,
7.
okay, one snooker needed, frame not over yet, but if it is to be 2-2, it's a serious result for Lisowski because missed a couple of chances in each of the first 2 frames, could have gone 3-0 down, made that good clearance. So I think he'll be the happier of the 2 if it is to be 2 each. And now that red's gone in, it will be. It's been the sort of match we were expecting, a lot of attacking snooker. And of course, when so many balls are gone for, they're not all going to go in, but that keeps it interesting. There's been a few misses as well. But as I say, Lisowski's got to be delighted to be 2-all at the interval. That shouldn't matter. Judd Trump has conceded, so it's on as even.
29 past.
Judd Trump went 2-0 up. Lisowski made a good 79 clearance to win the 3rd. He's won the 4th as well. And so they're all square as they head off to the interval. Judd Trump 2, Jack Lisowski 2 here in Shanghai. So it's set up nicely in this first semi-final, 2-2 between Judd Trump and Jack Lisowski, and looking forward to the second half of the match. It's been entertaining fair so far. I'm sure that will continue. Can Jack Lisowski reach his first ranking final? Or will it be Judd Trump's day? We're going to wait and see. In fact, the players are back.
So it's as you were between these two. All to play for. Oh, he didn't play that well. Played to come past the middle pocket. So an early chance for Lisowski. Well, he's got the perfect angle to go into them. Just check there's no plants on there. Well, as long as the red doesn't go in the pocket, it's okay.
6. Seven.
Well, could have done with just a little bit more angle on this red. I have to play it just a little bit more harder than he wanted.
15.
choices to make, whether to go into them or just drop it in for the red over the pocket. Well, that's certainly opened things up.
Foul.
And a foul to boot.
Judd Trump 7.
The black had to go in there, and it didn't. And he's left a red, and a great chance for Trump here.
Yeah, he'd probably be pleased that the black didn't go in now with the red going in the pocket. But when you hit them so hard, you always take that risk of one going in. I mean, it wasn't an easy shot, but he played it as though it was unmissable.
7.
Well, had the black gone in and the red gone in, he would have been unlucky, but as it is, he missed the black. So he'll be sitting there thinking that was my fault.
Yep, absolutely.
8.
And he'll be expecting Trump to win the frame here. Not to say he will, but he'll be expecting him to.
Well, there's nothing safe as that you would expect him to win the frame from here, but we've seen that things can go wrong. And Jack will be hoping that something does.
$15. $16.
This is his 18th World Ranking Event semi-final. He's looking to win his 9th title this weekend. Would, of course, be second
21.
of the season after his victory at the European Masters last month. Seems a long time ago now, doesn't it? It was only a few weeks back. There's lots happened since then.
$22.
Well, this time it's Trump. That's a little low on the black. It just needs to play a little cannon to the red above the black. And played it well.
29. $30. $37. $38.
Well, the wrong side of the blue.
$43. $44. $50.
42 in front with 59 on. So he
51.
needs another red after this black.
Yes, and a costly miss by Lisowski.
$58.
Well, as I say, I'm sure he would have been expecting Trump to win the frame from the chance that he was left. And that's what he's done. Now, can he make the first century of this first semi-final of this year's Shanghai
55.
Masters?
66.
Getting closer to 500 for his career. He's on 489. In a little mini race with Mark Selby, actually. To get there, Selby's on 494. But of course, he's out the tournament.
72.
Yes, and he's not yet 30.
73. $78. $80.
He had 70 last season, which is plenty. He's already had 30 this season.
83.
Could have been very different, though, this frame.
$87. 92. 98.
So black for the century. Clearance of 105 from Judd Trump, punishing that missed black from Jack Lisowski to retake the lead here at 3-2. Olivia Martil just setting the balls up ready for frame 6 of a possible 11. Judd Trump making 105 break there. His 4th century of the tournament and the first of this match to lead 3-2. Good crowd in again here at the grand stage. This tournament now, and it's celebrating its 10th anniversary year. First won by Dominic Dale in 2007 when the top prize was £48,000. It's now 150. Lisowski played a really attacking shot, opening the reds, playing that black, but missed the black.
Frame 6, Jack Lisowski to break.
So long red to the left corner. A long red potted into the left corner and nicely on the black. Now could play a slow cannon to the red, or could play to open them. Play to open them. And he's on one to the left corner.
8.
See, that speed was just about the right speed to open the reds up and not risk reds going in anywhere. Oh, he's missed it.
Judd Trump 8.
A surprising miss. But he opened the reds up at the right speed. And they're still open. Had he potted that red, every chance of winning the frame. Now, what's Jack playing? He's found one there, and he's found the gap. Great pot. Now, chance to hit straight back. Trusting to luck a little.
3.
Played it well. Now get rid of this red that's blocking the black going in the right corner. Judd should be in business.
11. 12.
He might just play the cannon to the red above the black, but if he did and missed it, could be out of position. And that's exactly what's happened. If you're going to play that shot, then play it slower, because any contact and you're on the red, and if you miss it then, you've got the red to the right middle. Again, just didn't think about the shot enough. That was a really good chance for Lisowski. He's found another one. Found the gap as well, but it needs that cue ball to come out of baulk, which it has done. So another chance. Two great pots to get himself in with.
It's almost like he's got a sixth sense for a pot. If there's one on, he'll find it. Well, this is now a good chance, and he's seen Trump produce the goods in the last frame. He's got to try and do similar.
4.
Just trying to stay out of trouble here.
$11. 12. $90. 20. 27. 28.
Sounded heavy.
$35. 36.
54 points the lead.
43. 44.
Red and the blue should seem safe.
Well, there's a great pot he got in with. Just trying to work the scores out.
Yeah, nothing fancy. Now, you know, he's going to play the pink here, coming round the angles for the reds. Well, this is the ball to play. Make sure of the frame.
Yes, he may just have initially miscounted, but he looked again and knew the blue was Okay, could do this as well, obviously. And in it goes, so it's going to be level again.
It's coming thick and fast, these frames. Needed a couple of chances here. But got him with two fantastic pots.
$55.
So the break ends at 55, and Judd Lisowski has done enough to level up at 3-3. A really entertaining match this, and we're all square once again here in Shanghai. 3-3, Judd Trump made a century, 105 in the 5th frame. Lisowski, a very stylish 55 to win the 6th. And the level once again here in the first semi-final of the Shanghai Masters.
Thank you. Frame 7, Judd Trump to break.
Well, that's unusual.
Yeah, very unusual. And worrying for Judd Trump fans. And a let off. And he's pushed one over the corner again. Oh, can Jack see this red? It's going to be close, this. And the answer's no. He'd have been down on the shot. But a fraction, just a fraction harder, he'd been able to pot the red. Well, he could skim off the reds and leave the cue ball in the jaws of the green pocket. And even if he could see the red, the black's not available and it would be fairly straight. And again, he pushes one to that corner. And this time, Trump can see both balls. Maybe not both of them, but certainly can see the one over the pocket. Well, he took his chances.
1.
He's not on anything and very difficult to play safe. He may be able to swerve round the red and hit the yellow. He's got to cover that red closest to the left corner. Well, if he plays the shot I suggested,
Yellow
swerving
ball.
round the red, he's got to hit this fairly full. Oh, he's potted it. I don't think he played that.
Three.
Unfortunately, you can't see the easy red. And you can see that red closest to the right side cushion, and he could play that down the cushion and bring the cue ball back to where it is now. He'd be on a baulk colour, and he would have covered the red over the left corner. Well worth a go there.
Four.
And a great pot.
Bramble. Eight.
It's just a great day snooker, isn't it? The two young talents here going for everything. And the two legends later on, Ronnie O'Sullivan and John Higgins, going head to head once again. Can't fail to be a good final.
$15. $16.
Played for the black, but needs to nudge that red closest to the black spot. Away from that spot. Not far enough, really.
23. $24.
Well, look how tight that is. There was only half a pocket there. So Lisowski in with a chance. Not an easy chance this, because the cue ball's going into that red near the cushion. Where's it going to finish?
Foul.
Oh, that's so unfortunate. He had no idea, to be fair, but he's pushed the red over the pocket as well.
Yes, little bits of run gone against Jack Lisowski today. So Trump 28 to the good with another chance here.
One.
Well, this isn't an easy shot on the pink, and he's going to have to play it at speed to get to the next red. If he just drops it in, then he wouldn't be on a red. Well, that's how tough it is. It's not even playing it.
Judd Trump.
Well, I think he thinks the cue ball run off to the right. Freeing the black. And playing a good safety. Well, that wasn't a good safety either. Ball to the left corner, ball to the right middle.
One.
And again, he hasn't been fortunate. Not on an easy colour here. So maybe coming back to the table. Well, he's a little bit wary of playing the brown because he would leave a long straight red on to the left corner. And he probably thinks that Jack will take it on, and the way he's been potting those long reds, if it goes in, he loses the frame. So he's trying to hide that long red and playing the blue.
Judd Trump. One.
That definitely hides that long red. Didn't want that cue ball to come that far. That was really a poor safety.
One.
The one thing, no doubt, Trump has in his favour is his experience of big matches. There's only 2 years between them in terms of age, but he's got all the titles. And, as I say, all the experience of these big matches. But he's under it here. You know, it's been his week so far. He hadn't lost a frame coming into this match. He's been put under it by Lisowski. First real pressure he's felt, I guess, in the whole event.
Yeah, and the black that he played previous, he left himself short on the red, and that's why he's left himself straight on this black.
16.
Well, that's a terrific
70.
pot. At that speed, that was a terrific pot. Needs another red, though, after this black. And he's not on one. So Jack Lisowski will be
24.
coming back to the table.
Judd Trump, 24.
Well, I've no doubt that Jack will take this long red on. But that is the end of this frame.
Just can't quite get his nose in front. He'd levelled up a couple of times. 2-2, 3-3. Next frame's a big one, though. If Trump can get to 5-3, as I say, with all his experience, he'd be a heavy favourite again to reach the final. Lisowski's not going to stop going for them, that's for sure, but they're going to have to really start going in.
Thank you. 8. Judd Trump, 8.
Well, just to rub it in, look where the white's finished. So there's no playing on for snookers. And Judd Trump has edged in front once again. He leads Jack Lisowski by 4 frames to 3. So Jack Lisowski knows a big frame coming up for him. He trails 4-3. First to 6, of course, reaches the final here in Shanghai. The crowd have been entertained for sure by these two, and hoping for more of the same.
Nice champagne.
A couple of them spot themselves on the monitor. But this man, as I say, is facing a big frame. If he goes 5-3 down, he's bang under it. He's put Trump under pressure for the first time in the event. Trump has been pressed here, but he has responded. Not been flawless by any means, but he's ahead. That's the main thing. Sign there, the do's and don'ts. Don't take pictures. Don't eat. No dogs. And don't smoke. It would seem to be everything covered there.
So he's not going round with the ice cream tray.
Other than that, enjoy yourselves.
It's a very mixed crowd. Lots of ladies and young people. Not so old, not so young people. And it's a big auditorium, and there's a lot of people at the back there. Can't see.
I think it's one of snooker's strengths is you see it in the British events as well. The audience really is mixed. You get all sorts of, like you say, ages, genders, class backgrounds, everything. It's not in any way an elitist sport. And that's true of the players as well.
And that's why we have to say the things that we do, like the pinks going on a different spot because of and it goes behind its spot because of this, because of that, because there's new people that watch all the time and they don't know these things. Anyway, it's back. Let battle commence.
Thank you, frame 8. Jack Lisowski to break.
So Jack Lisowski finds himself trailing once again, 4-3.
Yeah, just didn't get enough side on the cue ball. Now, will he play this right-handed? Yep, he switched. He switched to right-handed. But this is tough. Again, it's not just a matter of dropping it in. Got to stun round the back of the plank and play a beautiful cannon right-handed. That was tough for a right-handed player, but wow, what a shot. Take your hat off to Jack Lisowski.
I think you're allowed to do that. It wasn't on the board of things you couldn't do that we saw.
Yeah, we should get that on the board, shouldn't we? You can't switch. It's not fair. Well, he could have played a gentle cannon there. Just a gentle one to leave himself on the red to the right corner, but chose to go into them at speed. And it hasn't worked out for him. Tough red to the green pocket. And that's about all he's got if he wants to keep the break going. So close, so close. But he knew he was leaving reds on had he missed it. And I don't think he was on the black.
One.
Oh, again, it was a great opening red from Jack Lisowski. But just a little bit too ambitious with his next shot.
8. Spider. Thank you. 9. $16. 17. 23. 24.
decided to hold the green spot.
27.
Could get to this red.
Thank you. 28. $34. 35. $41. 42.
Well, it must be tight, this red, going into the right corner. But he's got the angle to either disturb them or play for the red in that loose red in the middle of the table there.
$49. 50.
Well, has he come far enough? I think he was intending to split the reds. Is it straight? Well, he's just dropped through too far. He needed to be right behind this red.
56.
Now he's playing it into a blind pocket and he's not sure if it goes. Wanted to be absolutely straight on the red.
Well, it's a big moment in this match. 48 in front. Closing in on 5-3. Giving it a good stare. Obviously very tight.
And that has
57.
worked out so well. He raises his hand.
Well, because he had his eyes lasered a couple of months back, and you could see there he was really down, looking hard. Played it well.
Yeah, and apart from his first match, when it was just a couple of days afterwards, I think he's playing exceptional snooker now.
63.
Yeah, Sam Craigie beat him 5-0. And as you say, a couple of days after that eye lasering in the World Open.
64.
Although I saw quite a bit of the match. Sam Craigie played terrifically well. But anyway, scroll forward and Judd Trump about to go 5-3 up. And pressure now mounting on the shoulders of Jack Lisowski.
71.
Yes, there's no doubt that
72.
Chinese people love Judd Trump. His exhibition shots when frames won.
Judd Trump, 72.
Well, they didn't love that one, but
And a frame.
damage has been done, surely. A 72 break from Judd Trump. And he's on the brink of victory here in Shanghai. He leads Jack Lisowski in the semi-finals by 5 frames to 3. So frame 9 of a possible 11 coming up. It could be the last frame. It will be if Judd Trump wins it. Lisowski here
Thank you. Frame
needs
9.
to try and
Judd
get
Trump
going as Judd Trump gets the frame going.
Well, if there is to be a comeback, these have to start going in. Good pot.
1.
And the green looks to be the ball to get back to that red just to the right of the black. Is there another right-handed shot?
Three. Four.
Now, good angle on the brown to go into the reds. I'll play for that loose one. And took the opportunity to go into them. And he wouldn't have that one over. That has worked out perfectly. Now he's earned himself the chance.
9. Sixteen. 17. 24. 25. 32. 33.
'Well, again, he's got choices to make here. Could play a cannon to the reds above and to the right of the black, a gentle one. And decide to go into them with speed.
Oh.
And there was no whiz on that cue ball. And this is awkward. Oh,
41.
just dropped in. Again, not straightforward, the position. Could stun it in for the red into the right middle.
Lisowski,
Just can't
41.
afford to miss them.
1.
So Trump in with a chance to wrap the frame of match up.
Yeah, Jack Lisowski's had no problem at all getting in these frames. He's been getting in with good pots, but staying in has been the issue. If Judd Trump can stay in, then he's in the final.
Deliberately held the spot. So they had a nice pot at this red to the yellow pocket.
6.
And could screw down for the blue here. Doesn't need to, he could play for one of the baulk colours.
7.
Now he's got an angle on the green to try and disturb those reds. And it could have been better. He is on a red to the left corner.
10.
But difficult to get to the next colour.
$11.
And he's managed it. He's on the blue.
$16. $17. $22. $23. $28.
Yeah, may be able to play for the pink here. Oh, he's missed the cannon. Has he gone in off?
Foul.
A life
28.
for Jack Lisowski. He missed the cannon to the red. He fully expected to get the cannon to the red, stay on the pink. Just missed the red. Look at this again. Just missed the cannon. And he was up straight away because he knew it was close. Needs a bit of luck. And he's got it. Don't think this red is potable. Well, the yellow's a good target. Half ball on the red. He's not hard enough. That's the only thing wrong with that shot. And a chance.
Jack Lisowski 17 in front. The match could have been over.
One. Jack Lisowski, 1. Thank you.
Well, that's the idea. But does he play it hard? Or does he play it soft? Played it hard. No idea where it's going to go. But he's happy with that. This looks good. The important thing about that shot was the red. The snooker's a bonus. And it's a full ball snooker, more or less. Well, another chance for Jack Lisowski. 18 points, the difference. Doesn't need the black.
One.
Yeah, does the brown go?
Just checking the scores. He's 23 in front, so he needs yellow and green.
5.
Match, as I say, could have been over if Trump had got that cannon that he played. Could have been, but as I say, Lisowski 2 balls away from pulling back to 5-4. Oh dear. Oh dear, dear, dear.
7.
Just had to get on the green.
Well, it's still potable to the middle. And he can play it with some safety in mind.
Well, the good news is, I guess Trump can only tie, as you can see.
Jack Lisowski, 7.
So this could yet be a respot.
Well, if he plays the snooker in behind the pink, he's got to be careful not to push the green on to the green pocket. And that's exactly what he's done.
Just had to get on the green, potting that yellow. And it would be 5-4 now.
3.
Just enough. It's going to come down to that black. try and leave an angle on the pink to bring the black into play. Well, he hasn't done.
12.
Surprised. Could have come down the right side of the table a little more. Difficult to get to the black from there.
Judd Trump, 12.
Well, that's a clever shot. It's a snooker. I'd be surprised if he missed it, but where's it going to be? Where is it going to go?
Oh no, the double kiss.
Six.
Oh, well, looked like he'd had the frame one. Trump can still force a respot.
Oh, so close, the double kiss. He took the risk and it's paid off. The full 12 feet. And it must have pulled off a little, but it could have been worse. Thing to do here is concentrate on the cue ball being on the baulk cushion. Eases the pressure on the pot. Overcut it, and he hasn't got the cue ball to the baulk cushion.
So Lisowski, after all of that, needs this black to pull one back and trail 5-4. Hang on. Oh, well, surely Trump's going to pot it now, so it's going to be a respot. That was so close twice to going in. Oh, my word. So, respotted black coming up. As I say, it went wrong on the yellow for Lisowski. Didn't get nicely on the green as intended, and the black is coming back on the table. Got to go through. We've already one black ball agony, another one coming up. This was close twice, but not close enough. So if Trump pots it, he's in the final. If Lisowski pots it, then we're going for at least one more frame. He's been put into bat.
Well, he's got a good cue ball under the side cushion, which makes cueing very difficult. But again, with this shot, play to pot it, leave the cue ball on the baulk cushion. Oh, well, he may have wished he'd gone to pot it now.
He's going to be disappointed for sure if Trump does knock this in, because he had a definite chance there to pull one back before all the respot. He had a chance to win this frame. Trump needs the black for victory. Judd Trump is in the final of the Shanghai Masters. All those whitewashes to get to the semis. It was a bit closer today. against his good pal, his former flatmate Jack Lisowski, but he's come through all the same. He wins a dramatic last frame, and he'll play either John Higgins or Ronnie O'Sullivan in the final on Saturday. He's the winner by 6 frames to 3.